We have such an interesting mix of recipes today, and all of them are gonna be done in under 5 minutes, so let's do it. Like truly, I didn't even know how to order these because it's just all over the place. If you're new to 5-minute recipes, there are some rules that I tend to I try and follow within limits. Number one, we're testing to see if it actually is made in 5 minutes. That doesn't mean fridge time, freezer time, setting time. I mean like actually making the recipe. I feel like there's a difference between baking time and making time, even though it's all kind of making the recipe, but you know what I mean. Number two, I pull out all of the ingredients that I'm going to use to make the recipe, but I do my best not to measure things in advance. I feel like that's cheating, even though I know in my head, I still have to look through the recipe as I'm going, and that is also sort of I don't know what to call that. I know there's a term. It's an unfair imbalance and I can't think of the word. So we're gonna find out A, if they can be made in 5 minutes, and B, if they're actually worth making in 5 minutes, because your time is valuable and I appreciate you spending it with me. So the first thing we're gonna make blender pancakes. Seems pretty straightforward. We're gonna try it. I really like the suctions at the bottom of this thing. Just sometimes it scares me. So I feel like I'm breaking it. 5 minutes on the clock. Need the recipe. And go. Okay, first things first. We need a banana. A little banana. This is a very weirdly small banana. I don't have time. I don't have time for this. 1 egg. A heaping tablespoon of self-rising flour. Heaping. That is heaping. Boom. Then half a teaspoon of baking powder. Boom. Putting the lid on. All right. I feel like that's good. Let's see. Feels very liquidy. Okay, I'm gonna make one to start, but I feel like I need more flour. Anyway, I'm gonna pause because I have to move you over here, and that feels unfair. And continue. So I did preheat the frying pan a bit because this one needs more time than like an average pan, you know? So I'm gonna put in a little bit of oil and some butter. Now we're gonna drop in the pancake. We're gonna make the one, and then we'll see, just in case. We're just waiting for these to be flippable. The one pancake. I mean, technically, I guess I did make it in the 5 minutes. That looks golden. Oh, not golden, not golden, not golden. Look at that, guys, I made one pancake. Yay! I mean, it looks so liquidy, right? I guess it depends on what consistency you like your pancakes to be. Okay, that's my time. I feel like I still did it, right? Technically, they are made and also cooked. So let me finish these up here. These are very sad looking pancakes, to be honest. I added more flour to this one, so it's a little bit thicker. So I guess that's good. Is it cooked? I think it is. I mean, yeah, it tastes like a banana pancake. These are quite tasty. The thing is that when you're cooking them, you can't cook too high of heat, otherwise the outside crisps and the inside is still gushy. It's just it takes forever. It's not really cooking all the way through really evenly, so you can see a bunch of these have burn bits on them. The ones with more banana, still edible. I like it better with more flour in it, but they were fast and they are pancakes, so gotta give them that. If you have any recommendations on how to make them cook a little bit more evenly, let me know. Okay, the next thing we are making pizza ramen. I know. This is a take on ramen that I've never tried before, and I thought that would be interesting to experiment on, especially because it says it's 5 minutes. And I love ramen. So it says to have cooked ramen because the ramen is supposed to cook for, 3 minutes first, so that feels reasonable. We're not including that, but I'm going to bring you over to the stove so that we're ready. Okay, so ready, set, go. This is over to the side. We need broth in here. We need 1 cup specifically. This is me measuring the chicken broth. Okay, we're gonna pop it in here and turn it on. I'm gonna bring this up to a simmer, which hopefully won't take too long. Once this comes up to a simmer, I'm gonna add in a 1/4 cup of marinara sauce, 1/4 teaspoon of oregano. Oh my goodness. It says to use dried basil, but I have fresh, so we're gonna do that. I saw bubbles, that's fine. And we need to add in the marinara. Ooh. Oregano, and then the basil I'm gonna throw in after this is all done. I'm being lazy here. I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna add in my noodles, and then a 1/4 cup of mini pepperonis, which I did not have, so I pre-cut regular pepperonis. Dump them in. Then we want this to cook for 2 minutes, which means that I have already lost. Boo. Well, we will see this out. Needs another minute-ish. All right, then I'm gonna take my cheese and I'm going to sprinkle it over the top and lid it for about a minute or until the cheese is fully melted. This is my timer. I know. Okay, I've given this a little bit of time to cool down so it doesn't burn my face. And I also have fresh basil to go right on top. Hey, Christopher, you wanna try a ramen?
Always.
Ooh, ah.
You smell that basil?
Good for you.
I know, I'm very proud.
So proud. Called pizza ramen. So
Yeah, a little cheese.
a little cheese, a little marinara, you know? I'm gonna spill this all over myself.
Oh, there's some cheese on there.
Yeah. Boop.
Nice. That is exactly what it is billed as. I don't know if this is a trend that's going to be catching on.
You know when a recipe is exactly the thing and then you realize that that isn't a thing that should be a thing?
If you think about how pizza ramen would taste, it's exactly like this. And you're right. You don't need to spend time making it.
This is not worth the 7 minutes or whatever. But I mean, it is pizza ramen. So if you have been in the market for pizza ramen, that's literally what that is.
You found it.
I found it for you. Not my favorite. I much prefer other types of ramen. Actually, today's video is sponsored by RachhLovesLife, and I keep telling Christopher to port over, because you can port over all of your favorite recipes and like have them in the one spot. And he hasn't done that yet for the ramen recipes.
It's all in my head.
In his head. Put it into recipes so that I can find it, so I can make it. The next recipe needs to sit overnight, so we're gonna test it out tomorrow, but it is these spicy garlic pickles, and apparently you can make it in 5 minutes with I'm really guessing in terms of the amount, so hopefully this is okay. And I figured I'm going to challenge myself and I'm going to try and cut the cucumber slices in that time. It didn't say to, but I felt like it. 5 minutes on the clock and go. Everywhere that I've seen says to mix like half and half vinegar to water. So I'm gonna do some hot water in here. I'm not gonna fill it all the way because I'm stuffing so much in here. Then about a 1/4 cup of sugar, I think. Maybe, who's to say? We need to stir that. I want it to dissolve. And then almost a full tablespoon of salt. Again, stirring. Okay, now I'm gonna chop up the cucumber. You can see I have half a cucumber here. We're gonna start with that. There's a knife on the drying rack, so I'm using that. They seem to use very thin slices. How much easier this would be with like a mandolin. You can see why this is not included in the time. I also learned some fun facts about the types of cucumbers. You want something with a thin skin. Kirby was named a lot. Okay, I'm gonna stuff these in now. So I wanna see where we're landing in terms of sizing of everything. And I'm gonna fill it up the rest of the way with vinegar. And I need some, where are my jalapenos? I used fresh, but I'm doing pickled because I'm pickling this anyway. And they're just like booped a bunch in there. Then so many cloves of garlic. I feel like I need more pickles in here. Maybe not, I don't know. 7 cloves of garlic, that's right, the garlic. I have like 7 cloves of garlic in here. Then we need a 1/4 teaspoon of chili flakes, not tablespoon, Rachel. Boop, as well as cloves, whole cloves, peppercorns, what else? Bay leaves. These are huge. Just stuff them in there like that. Is that fine? Oh, that's the time already? Turns out you can't, or at least I can't, whilst also learning the recipe, cut the cucumbers in the 5 minutes. I think that's everything though, so, I mean, it was pretty close. I'm just going to stick the lid on this, and then we're gonna stick them in the fridge and test them out tomorrow. All right, I have the pickles. They have been in the fridge for longer than the overnight. They've been in, this is like the 2nd day, I think, 3rd day maybe, but they're looking delicious. I'm gonna take one. You can see, looks very pickly, but let's taste test. Oh, this is really good actually. It's actually a really interesting flavor profile because it starts very sweet. It tastes like a sweet pickle. And then it ends and it has a little bit of heat, but more in like the pickled jalapeno kind of heat. That's so interesting. I kind of like those. You have to like sweet pickles. So if you don't, you probably want to dial back the amount of sugar versus what I put in. But I honestly really like the combination of the sweet and the spicy. That's a really nice mix. I would make those again, 100%. Those are really good. Update on the ramen. 2 of my 3 children really liked it. So there's that. But moving on to donuts. That's right, we're gonna be making 5-minute, hopefully, donuts. I swear I watched the video like 400 times just to make sure that I'm gonna do it right. There are gonna be a lot of steps in this one, so let's do this. 5 minutes on the clock. Go. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna be measuring out some ingredients, starting with plain yogurt. I need 140 grams. 140, there we go. And then to that, we need to add in 170 grams of self-rising flour. So carefully measuring. 171, close enough. All right, then to that, we're gonna add in, she said 1 to 2 tablespoons of sugar. Seems pretty approx, so So we're gonna go with, whoa, too much sugar. Now we're going to mix this together, first with a spoon and then with our hands because we're making a dough. Ring needs to come off for this one, sitting it on my phone. Hands are clean, that is important. Less than 3 minutes left. Are you kidding me? Like, this is so crumbly. I'm like trying to get it all together here. Should it be this crumbly? Or maybe I just have to like mix it together better, you know? Okay. I mean, it's gonna be good enough, I guess. We're gonna make it into a log and then we need to cut said log about 2 fingers wide, it looked like. Then we're gonna take this. I'm working so speedy right now. We're gonna roll it out until like a really long log it looked like. These measurements are confusing me. Okay, so it's like this, but then you have to make it into like a, no, it has to be thinner than that. How are you supposed to make it into like a full on, like she made it into like a donut. What do you mean? I feel like these amounts are off. Maybe I have no experience with dough. It's going to be the world's biggest, longest donut. But she made it all into this thing. We're attempting this today. I will not rest until I get a donut. I can't even speak. I am too concentrating. It's not real words that make sense in that order, but that's fine. Okay, let's see if I can do it. I'm not. I like that. And then she just sort of like tucked it around. Ta-da! I mean, it is something. For sure. Good. I don't know. What happens if I flour the surface a little bit? I don't understand your wizardry, ma'am, with this donut thing. Followed your directions and amounts. I also have the oil on. Medium low, she said. So you don't want them to burn, but you also don't want them to be soggy either. Oh. And I don't want to mess with the recipe because sometimes I do that and you guys are like, no, follow the recipe. It would have been perfect. So I'm trying. Okay, that one looks a little bit better, right? Say yes. Say it for sure does, Rachel. That looks exquisite. Okay, let's go fry these things, I guess. I'm supposed to do 2 minutes per side. Do one at a time. Timer is on. Looking quite golden on the bottom. It's perfect timing because my timer is going to go off and I'm going to flip these over. All right, 2 more minutes and then I'm going to fry up the other guy too because then we're going to coat them in sugar. Oh, it's going to be so good, I hope. So you can see I did the first one and it looks so good. I'm so excited. This one feels like it's like going to fall apart on me at any moment. Figured I would show you what it looks like before I cover it in sugar. Like, look at this. It's gonna be a cinnamon coated, or cinnamon. I keep saying cinnamon because I think cinnamon sugar would be really good on the end, but I want to be true to the recipe, you know? That looks great. That looks so good. I wanna eat it. I'm gonna eat it right now. Christopher, do you wanna try a donut? I mean, it looks really pretty.
It does look good.
I mean, that one looks prettier. We're gonna eat this
That
one.
one's for the thumbnail.
Well, obviously, for the thumbnail. So, I guess we should make sure that it's cooked in the middle.
Nice. Yep.
I mean, it looks cooked.
Yep.
That's a start for sure. It's a little crumbly, a little doughy, but maybe that's how it's supposed to be. I don't know.
Sure.
Grab a piece. Cheers.
Definitely thick. I don't know how to describe it. Doughy?
Yes.
It's good.
I think, yeah.
Obviously, it's fried bread with sugar. It's very good.
For sure. I'm trying to think back to donuts, and donuts tend to be, I don't know, the ones that I have, as if I have donuts all the time, but don't they tend to be more fluffy? I'm not allowed to have
They're
donuts.
cake
And by
donuts
allowed,
and-
I mean I have an allergy. So anyway, continue.
They're cake donuts and yeast donuts, and some are fluffier and some are thicker, but this is definitely on the thick, doughy side of donuts.
But this recipe can be adapted into like a bread and like a bunch of different things. So that probably is why. But I mean, yeah, it's fried bread.
What's in it?
Yogurt, self-rising flour, sugar.
I imagine you could play with the consistency of the yogurt would probably make a difference in the dough. I don't know in what direction, but
Maybe like a vanilla yogurt, maybe?
more or less fat. I like it.
I keep eating it.
Yeah.
It is tasty.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But not in 5 minutes, unfortunately for me. I've been failing so hard. We will continue on. We will do this. All right, people, buckle up because now we're going to be making a fish dinner in the microwave. I know. However, this girl convinced me. She said, trust me, it is delicious and it's well cooked. It's perfect. And a lot of the comments were like, yeah, this is really good. So We're gonna try it. So I'm putting 5 minutes on the clock, but I'm also pausing it because my microwave, as many of you guys know, is in the basement. You all know why. So I am gonna pause it and then start it again once we get down there. So just so you know. And go. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take some white fish. We're gonna put it in a microwave safe bowl and we're going to score it along the top, like so. Then on top of that, we are putting some ginger. She said it was already sliced, so I'm going with that. Put that right on top like that. Then we're gonna mix into a small bowl. We're mixing in a tablespoon of soy sauce. Pausing to wash my hand because fish, you know? Then a tablespoon of soy sauce, a teaspoon of sesame oil, and half a tablespoon of mirin. Approx. That's fine. That looks good to me. Okay, we're gonna mix. Then we're gonna put 2/3 of this over top of the fish. And then she said to put scallions on top. I don't have scallions, but I do have chives, so we're gonna do that. Then we're gonna put some bok choy in here on the side like that. And then we're gonna pour the rest of the sauce on top of the bok choy. Microwave safe lid, pausing to bring this downstairs. Now, technically, I did finish it in the 5 minutes. Gagne. Because now thinking about it, I have to cook it in the microwave for 2 minutes, take out the bok choy, and then cook it another 2 minutes. There's no way I could have done that in a minute. So technically I got 2 of them. Let's go to the basement. All right, off we go to the basement. I love the pile of groceries on the trampoline. Fun. And it goes 2 minutes. And then we will see if this actually tastes any good or if it's just overcooked gross fish. I really hope that's not the case. Sitting here in the corner with a blanket on because I'm so cold. Okay. It smells really good. It is very hot. Very, very hot. I need oven mitts. Hang on. Let's attempt to open this without burning me. Oh, so steamy. So very steamy. Okay, I'm gonna take out the bok choy, which does in fact look cooked. We love that. Okay, fish, back in you go. Another 2 minutes and then we'll taste test. So I have my fish and I have my bok choy. Let's see. Oh! The sauce kind of burned. Okay. Yeah, the fish is very overcooked. I looked through the comments. I thought that my microwave aligned with the microwaves and people plugging in all their 1100 watts, etc. But I guess not. Bok choy is cooked though, so that's good. I mean, it is also overcooked, but you know, but the elements of it are good. I like the ginger and even the green onion. I know it's not scallions, but like that was really good. The sauce was really good. I could taste it in the bok choy, but it'll come down to playing around with the mechanics of your microwave so you get the right heat and timing so that you don't overcook it, which is a bummer. And like, honestly, this would still be good if you did it in the oven or something. So, you know, there is a win there. Tell me honestly if you have any 5-minute recipes that actually work, that are just like, you can whip them together, easy peasy, like no problem at all. And is that because you've been doing it for so long or because it's actually, you know, 5 minutes? Let me know how many of these you think I actually nailed, because I know sometimes we wiggle a little bit with the timing. Like, is it 5 minutes? Is it 7 minutes? Is that fine? You know what I mean? And hopefully this helps you if you came across any of these recipes and saved them and wanted to try them out. Hopefully this gave you some directions to go. Check out these other 5-minute recipe videos on the side. I hope you love them, and subscribe if you haven't already. New videos here every single Saturday. Would love to see you back. I hope you're having an absolutely fantastic, fantastic day, and I will see you guys on the next one.